Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video, and boy, have I outdone myself this time. And by outdone myself, you know what I mean?
Gay!
Boy, do I got something for you today. Honestly, I thought about not even making this video because, to be honest with you, it might get me in trouble. But you know what? Who better to take the fall for you than a guy to speak unspoken truths on the internet? But if you see the like button walking around this video somewhere, go ahead and stuff his head in a bowl of cheese. Then put your 2 fingers in his nostrils, give him a wedgie through his nose, and then kick his head and push him out the window. Then after you see him fall down the window and crack his head open, you close the window and smile at him. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Stereotypes. A man by the name of Walter Lippmann invented and coined the phrase stereotypes. And when you listen to people talk about stereotypes, it's quite shocking because you'll hear many people say, "Oh, stereotypes are bad. Oh, stereotypes don't exist. Oh, we have to all get along and be together." And you know what? I started to think to myself, are certain stereotypes actually true? Like, I don't know, the fact that black people really actually do love fried chicken.
General Fried Chicken is butt kicking. General Fried.
And I don't know, like the fact that Asians actually really are good at math. Wait, did I just say Asians love meth? I did not mean to say meth. I meant to say meth or math. Sorry, meant to say math. Yes, definitely meant to say math. And continuing on, the fact that over 70% of football players in the NFL are black people. Over 70% of basketball players in the NBA are indeed black people. So wait, what's going on here? And Asians really do score highest on the SAT test. So wait, if all these things are true, why would we say that stereotypes are not true? Are we saying it's not true because we don't want to offend anyone? Are we saying it's not true because we think it's wrong to think that people are different from each other? Or are we saying this for a deeper reason? Because if you go around and you ask a bunch of black people, hey, do you really love fried chicken? And most of them will probably say no to avoid the stereotype, or most of them will say, hell yeah, I love fried chicken. Because oftentimes you often hear people say, we're all equal and we're all the same. But actually, we're not the same because someone is taller than me. I'm a man who's 5'7", and there are men who are 6 feet. I'm 188 pounds. There are men who are 200 pounds. So if we're not equal physically, then under what guidelines are we equal? Is it equal under the law, or is it equal under God? And we all know that these two things are not true, because do you really think that if a billionaire committed a crime that he's going to be punished the exact same way that someone who makes $20,000 a year would be punished under the law? I think not. And this is all based on the fact that the billionaire has money, and a lot of it, because I said billion like with a B. He may have the judge as his friend, He may have the police chief as his friend, or hell, he may even pay them off, or hell, they may not even charge him at all. Have you ever seen NFL players that beat the hell out of their wives or their girlfriends or their significant others and they never see a day in jail? I wonder why. So when we say these things that, oh, we're all equal under the law, or, oh, we're all equal when it comes to being under God, well, are these things actually true? Because even God has favorites. And let me show you what I mean when I say that God has favorites. If you know the story of David, of course you know that David slayed the giant Goliath and he lived on to have a life happily ever after because he's David, the giant slayer who slayed Goliath. But how much of that story do you actually know beyond David and Goliath? Well, if you didn't know, David actually committed adultery with another woman. Yes, he slept with another man's wife, and he also killed a man to steal his wife from him. And what was God's punishment for David? God said, hey, David, you can either choose between letting other people die or having your throne and your kingdom and your kingsmanship taken away from you. Which one do you want, David? And what did David do? He chose to let other people die, because who doesn't like it when others suffer for your consequences? Because we all know what God said in Exodus chapter 20, where the 10 Commandments are written. He said that if a man commits adultery, he should be put to death. But was David put to death for committing adultery? No, he was not. Even God does not treat people equally. He treated a king above everyone else. And of course, he's the king, right? Why wouldn't he get special treatment? He is indeed special. So again, I ask, are we equal?
Because I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
That's going to conclude today's video. If you liked the video, smack the thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, then give it a thumbs down. And if you liked it more than you disliked it, then consider subscribing. It helps. Please subscribe. I'll come after your family.